Do you have an intro? Because I sure as fuck don't.
I kind of do. It's
joy.
It's like half. It's like a half intro.
Incredible. That's actually the most incredible thing you've said in the whole part of our podcast so far. 100 episodes, and you finally did it. I have half an intro. What? What the fuck does that mean, Kobe Bryant? What does that mean to me?
Oh God, let's find out. Hi, welcome to the Tryforce podcast, where we talk about video games, we talk about movies, anime now, apparently.
Yeah, we're fucking multimedia at this point.
That alone is gonna get us copyright.
Watch the show. No.
It's the Tryforce.
Oh, man, I love Gears of War, and
Same.
It's just such a cool game, and I was playing through this one that we're talking about right now, and all I could think about during my whole playthrough of this absolutely tear-jerking, emotional roller coaster of a game is how am I going to talk about it on the podcast, and how am I going to climb over the comedy peak that was Independence Day upside down from the last one. I don't know how I'm going to do it.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I think that's it. I think you peaked.
I really do think I peaked. And then we had our pre-roll session today.
Yeah. Most of our, if it's just you and me, most of our pre-roll sessions is just us just laughing at the ridiculous Discord nicknames we give ourselves.
Oh, absolutely. Today I think was my best work.
I almost don't want to reveal it. It was that good. I almost want it to be special between us.
I think I'll put a screenshot of it on Twitter, maybe. I'll think about that. But, like, speaking of Twitter, you know what I was thinking about today, which might make you laugh? I lost a follower today on Twitter, and I always, whenever that happens, I think about, like, what was the tweet that did it? Like, what was the last straw for wanting to remove Colton Murray from your life?
I'm just gonna start scrolling through your tweets, and I'm gonna read the first one that would cause me to unfollow you if I didn't know you.
I was gonna put a tweet up to. Actually, I've put the tweet up at this point already. But I got a call today from one of those people who ask about your car's extended warranty, and it was surprise, an actual human being. Mm-hmm. So I decided to have a little fun with them. Yeah. Got on the line, I heard them talk, and I put on one of my favorite voice impressions to do, which is Meatwad from Aqua Teen Hunger Force. So they got through their whole spiel, and I went, "Oh, that bitch dead." And there was just silence, and then a click. It was amazing.
Oh no! Oh my god! Oh my good gravy!
Oh, I love that. It makes me so happy.
I'm still checking so far. It's probably I would unfollow you if you're talking about your Hot Topic line of Star Fox t-shirts. That's. I'm gonna have to give it to that one. I'm gonna be like, this man really wants this.
Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah, that's fair. I think I lost a follower over that. I was just like, wow. I don't want to feel. I don't want to follow this guy who still thinks he's in 11th grade. I
seriously think that whoever was calling you, just believed they were having a psychotic breakdown, and I believe that they completely expected another human being on the other end of the phone, but instead they got an impression of a talking bowl of ground beef, and so they're like, "No, I'm clearly insane. I need to hang up this phone right now." Oh my god!
This is it. The last straw of the fabric of reality that I'm so desperately tethered to. That's it. It's gone. It was just cut.
Right.
Oh man.
And as far as last lines of defense goes, there is nothing quite like the events that take place in Gears of War 3.
Dude, you fucking kill it on every segue. I swear to God.
Somebody's got to, man.
Holy shit.
I don't know what to tell you, man.
How did you do that?
with a ham fist. That's. I'm like, let's drive over to the point of the podcast.
10 minutes in, you know?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, so, I mean, we wanted to go back to our roots because we've clearly strayed from them in recent years.
Yes.
With talking about a video game, and Colton and I had done Gears of War 1 and 2, but we definitely would have had to. There's no way that we couldn't talk about Gears of War 3 because it's very much,
Oh, yeah.
I think, like the Halo 3 of its
Do you think that this
series.
is the best one?
Yes. Thank you
Yeah.
for asking. Thank you for asking. Yes,
that's what
I
I
do.
was thinking. I was like, I really do think that this was, like, as far as trilogies go, this was one of the most satisfying endings to any trilogy I've ever fucking seen.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I agree because I'll be honest. I know I do things out of order, and that's a thing that is totally my bag, my jam, baby. But I played Gears of War 3 first because Gears 2 was coming out, and everybody was like, "Oh my god, Gears 2, Gears 2, Gears 2, Gears 2," and I was like, "Cool, yeah, I'll play with a couple friends, do whatever I want to do." And then I played it, and I'm like, "This is the peak video games. This is incredible." So I obviously wanted to play the third one, and that was when I actively sought it out, bought the copy, played it, and it's easily the best one.
Yeah, it's just, the story is so dense, and it's so well written, and it's so well executed, too. You know, the voice actors are really putting their... That's
A
the
choice
thing
of
about,
words.
like,
A good choice of words executed.
oh. Oh, man, pour one out. I'm actually drinking, I'm pouring one out for one of our family members in this cast of characters, so we won't reveal who that is, but man... is it? Holy fuck.
Man, is it. I love that.
Yeah. Like, you know exactly what I mean when I say that.
Sort of. Like,
it's
like 75% understand.
it's like that meme where it's like, take it easy, but take it. Like, you know what that means.
I don't really, dude, I don't really know if I do.
Anyway, moving on.
Oh, well, Gears of War 3 was originally due for release on April 8th of 2011, but instead came out on September 20th of 2011. And it is obviously, as the name suggests, the third in the series. The characters almost... they look different. Like, Dom looks different.
Kinda. I mean, they look like they haven't shaved in a while. A lot of them.
There's a lot of beard happening here, yeah.
Yeah, there was a lot of bearded Baird, which I think is hilarious.
Love Baird.
But,
love Baird. You know I love
good,
Baird.
Absolutely, a good man. But, like, they do kind of look more grizzled, I'd say.
Right, 100%. And I think that's because, also, I figured I was just listening to the Over the Garden Wall podcast from last week. You're so fucking cool is definitely my 100%. Because
yes.
I think I said it 7 times in that podcast.
Yeah, like, if you take a drink for every time I say, it's amazing, I love this, it's my favorite, you will die by the end of any given podcast.
You will be dead. Entertaining suicide method, though.
Yeah, you imagine? How'd he die? Well,
somebody just dead with a bottle of whiskey and, like, one of our podcasts still playing in the background.
Someone plays a Tryforce drinking game and they read the rules and they're like,
no,
I need to water down the jack.
Yeah, 100%. Oh, see, there it is. Anyway, Gears of War 3 takes place 2 years after Jacinto, humanity's last stronghold, was destroyed in an effort to completely eradicate the Locust horde of enemies.
Yeah.
Which went famously, fantastically, aka it didn't.
Yeah, I mean, like, they thought it did, but, like, could you imagine how suckish it must be to, like, I mean, suckish is such a light way to put it, but the last bastion of human civilization, this is the last put together place in our society, and the only option is to sink it into the fucking ground in hopes that maybe you have a shot at surviving. And guess what? Shit didn't work.
It just simply did not work.
It didn't. Like, that sucks.
Yeah.
Oh.
Not great. Not great at all. And so, what do? Relocate. The Coalition of Ordered Governments, or COG, remnants relocate to Vectis, a secluded island, in order to rebuild their civilization. The COG then disbands as Chairman Prescott mysteriously disappears and seemingly abandons his forces.
Yo, fuck Chairman Prescott.
Oh, he's gone. He's out.
I guess.
Ish. He's gone ish.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, absolutely. He's just like peace sign fade and just left like he's out.
God forbid he take responsibility for fucking anything he does.
Fucking Arlie Ermy ass motherfucker.
Oh, God.
A new foe, the Lambent, are threatening humanity's dwindling numbers. As the Lambent begins to invade Vectis, Marcus Phoenix and his comrades retreat to the CNV Sovereign, a helicopter carrier, and take refuge at sea. While Colonel Hoffman, leads the other survivors back to the mainland to find haven at a place known as Anvil Gate. So, yeah, we got the Lambent invading. They're like ghoulish locusts, almost.
Like I would say glowy locust zombies is a good way to visualize them.
Yeah, I was trying to a way to convey how, like, feral they are, kind of. Like...
Yeah. You know what? Oh, I think I just got it. So, I was thinking about this also while I was replaying Gears of War. All of these sci-fi shooter-type games always have, like, a one side against another side, and then, like, into the first game, like, at the very end, or into the second game, they always introduce this, like, zombie horde. You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
Absolutely. By the third installment, they're like, zombies! It doesn't matter what it is.
Like, fucking Call of Duty did it. Obviously, Halo's famous for it. But, like,
you're damn right.
This in Gears of War, all three of them did it, and I think that's a thing. I think that's a thing that has to happen in the sci-fi trilogy, or the sci-fi shooter genre.
Yeah, it seems that way anyway.
Yeah, so they're just like these glowy locust zombies, and they explode when you destroy them. Like, they violently explode when you destroy them. So that's like a key thing, and we find out something fucking bananas about the locust later in the game.
That is correct. Now, Delta Squad consists of Marcus Phoenix, Dominic Dom Santiago, Anya Stroud, Damon Baird, Augustus Coltrane Cole,
fucking boy,
Clayton Carmine, the newest of the Carmine siblings, and
when I was younger, when I thought they said Colton Carmine, I was like,
yeah, I think that's Gears 4.
Yeah, imagine. No, it's a D. It's a D Carmine in Gears 4.
D Carmine. That's garbage. Yeah. Clayton Carmine and new characters Jace Stratton and Samantha Sam Byrne.
Oh my lord. You want to talk about first video game crushes?
Sam.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's fair. That's
that
definitely
did a lot
fair.
for me.
I missed what you said, and I almost don't want to know.
No, I said that did a lot for me when I was a kid.
Yeah, I bet. Okay, alrighty. You know what? Everybody's got their thing, and your thing is La Morena, the dark-skinned and dark-haired ladies. Love it.
Man, it's just the attitude, too. If you remember how she's like, she's just, again, just, we went over it in the September podcast. Go listen to that.
Yep. I remember a great interaction between her and Baird at one point during this, where they were about to die, and they're constantly at odds. They're always fighting. They're always, like, sassing each other back and forth.
Love them.
And they're like, Baird turns to her as they're, like, hanging off of this thing. He's like, I suppose this would be the time to say that I've always loved you, but I don't. I really don't. I'm like, that's my boy right there, man. I love that, man.
I feel like that would be you and me if, like, one of us was hanging up.
Absolutely correct on all fronts.
Honestly.
Right, so now they're on the Sovereign, this helicopter carrier. It's massive. It's, like, enough to house, like, the remaining members of humanity. And Gears of War 3 begins as Chairman Prescott unexpectedly arrives on the Sovereign. Prescott informs Marcus Phoenix that he needs to relay important information to the ship's senior officer, Captain Michelson. The Lambent then launch a surprise attack on the ship, which leaves Michelson dead and Prescott mortally wounded.
Good.
Excellent. 5 stars.
Come out and say it. Fuck him. Like, oh my god.
All my homies hate Chairman Prescott.
Absolutely. But yeah, this scene was crazy because they're basically on what's like the Gears of War equivalent of just like a floating fucking raft, and they get invaded from the water by glowing zombies.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah,
and also now a Gears of War 3 exclusive, they come out on these things called stalks, which are giant tentacles that come out from the ground and just produce lambent polyps that explode into zombies.
I really hate that.
No fucking thank you.
Hate that you said that. Hate that it's
and
a
they
thing.
can just happen anywhere.
Ugh.
Nope.
No.
They can just happen.
I'm not a big fan. I can't say I'm a huge fan of that.
God, it's like it's literally like a dropship from below. It's fucking awful.
So much stuff from below here.
Yeah, it is. It's Halo upside down. You know what? It's Halo, Armageddon, and fucking Independence Day upside down. It's every apocalypse, but it comes from below.
Before dying, Prescott gives Marcus an encryption to a disk that Colonel Hoffman has that reveals that his father, Adam Phoenix, is still alive but captive on Azura, a secret COG base. Pretty cool.
Yeah, Prescott doing his shit.
Yeah, it's like, here, I could have revealed this at any time, but I'm going to choose now in my dying breath to do this because fuck you.
Yep.
I'm like, all right, cool, die, idiot.
Would have been such pertinent information literally like years ago, but okay.
Could have used this in Gears of War 2, to be honest.
Yeah.
So
fuck Prescott.
Marcus, Dom, Cole, and Baird, the motherfucking boys, are back in town. Fight their way to the Anvil Gate Fortress, where Hoffman possesses the necessary equipment to decrypt Prescott's disk. So he gives him an encryption to the disk, but then needs to decrypt it. So I'm confused, honestly, overall.
Yeah, so they give like there's a disk and then there's a key. You know, you can't use the key without a decryption machine.
Ah.
You know, yeah.
I see.
It's like if you get a CD and a USB stick. You know, you have to use a computer that can do that
to process the information. Gotcha.
Yes.
Gotcha. Upon arriving at Anvil Gate, Marcus and his comrades assist Hoffman's soldiers in repelling a combined Lambent and Locust assault.
How fucking insane is that?
Yeah, I didn't know, because like in Gears of War 2, the Lambent were such a new thing, even to the Locusts, that they were like, ew, fucking gross. I hate these things. These are disgusting. And so
yeah, well, I mean, they still are, but like at this point, like the Lambent in Gears of War 2 were kind of just like slightly more feral locusts. I mean, they weren't really that different, but when you encounter them in 3, they are wildly different, and they're like so far along in the advancement process. And now what we find out is that it's not just locusts that get lambent, because there's because there's these different little creatures around. It's like the corpsers are also lambent now too, like all the locust like vehicles, ? Would you call that vehicles?
I would call them rideable friends. I think because you're a big man. You are
Rideable friends is how I will describe friends with benefits from now on.
Oh, that's the direction you're taking this. Okay. Oh my lord. Yeah. So I'm sorry that I said you were a big man. If that's where this is headed. I was
Sonic picture really makes a lot more sense now.
I was about to say, Oh, for fuck's sake!
God.
I was about to say you're a tall man. You are a large person. I feel like you, to most like vertically challenged individuals,
Oh yeah.
would be a rideable friend. You know, like
Do you think Nicole isn't engaged to me because I'd make a good mount into battle?
forward?
Like, do you think she's not marrying me because I'm not only a husband and someone who can hold it down, but also a trusty steed whenever needed?
Look, man, whatever you do in the privacy of your own home is up to you, Yoda.
Oh man.
Upon further analysis of the disk's content, Marcus learns that Azura is being protected by man-made hurricane generators, making the island only accessible by submarine. Now, why the fuck does that exist? A. B. Why? Why do the COG do this? The COG are so extra about literally everything. Remember when they threw Marcus Phoenix in jail because he was late to work? Do you remember?
Yep.
When they were
Yes, I do.
protecting a political prisoner by fucking creating hurricane generators? Make it make
Yep.
sense. Make it make sense.
I
I'm
think
sick of it.
the COG are supposed to be like a super exaggerated version of the U.S. military.
Oh my lord!
You know,
bro.
like they're supposed to be. You know, it's really funny. They're supposed to be a super exaggerated yet competent version of the U.S. military.
Woo,
They are-
sheesh, let's do it.
They are the fantasy of the U.S. military that the U.S. military has about themselves.
True that.
You know,
True
like-
that. There, I'll drink to that, bro.
Yeah, so it's like that's all it is. And also we kind of glossed over one thing. When they were on this raft, I'm going to say again, raft. You know what they got attacked by? How we find out that Locust like soldiers aren't the only thing that become lambent?
I
They
don't
got
remember.
attacked by a leviathan, which is a gigantic seafaring locust. That can swallow the entire raft whole.
Yeah, absolutely hate that overall.
And it's lambent, by the way. So, forgot about that. So when you kill it, it explodes.
yeah, it's
with the
essentially
force
an
of-
H-ton bomb once it's dead.
Yep, so you can't even kill it safely, which is in-fucking-sane.
That's where
Yeah.
I want to be as a supervillain. You can't even kill me safely. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Marcus.
That's such
yeah.
a raw line. Oh my god, that'd be so cool for a villain to say that.
No, you can't even kill me safely.
Oh my god.
Marcus and his comrades, joined by old friend Dizzy Wallen, my
I
boy.
love that man.
Yes.
Oh, if a country fried steak was a person.
Abby and I made chicken fried steak actually.
Ooh,
Just
that's
the other
good.
night. Ooh, it was so good. Yeah, Dizzy Wallen, who is like Texas the human being.
Oh yeah.
He's back. He's back. The man behind the mask once again. The man in the 10-gallon hat, bro. Just surviving. out
Oh
here.
yeah.
So Dizzy helps the gang find a submarine, but they require emulsion to fuel it for some reason. Because
Because emulsion is like the miracle fuel. You
right,
know? It's
yeah,
like,
yeah. I forgot that it was
imagine
like
it's
the cure to everything.
Imagine it's like gasoline prime. You know, like
It's like
I don't.
gas, almost.
Yeah, absolutely.
Roll the gas times 3. Dom suggests that they first venture to an abandoned town called Mercy in order to find the emulsion, but they discover that in this town, humans are becoming lambent.
Ooh, the fuck they do. Oh my lordy. This was, oh god, this was one of the most insane reveals ever. And again, this is that same trope where they come down, this parasite zombie thing comes down and it takes over both sides and that's it, you know?
Yeah, I mean, and this, I know we made the connection earlier, but this is kind of like the flood moment. This is kind of like the, oh my god, it's made out of people now. What do
Yes,
you mean?
exactly. And when you see the flood and like the flood with the humans and the elites all coming and attacking you, holy fuck, this is that moment.
Yep, absolutely. I mean, it's not good. Very not good.
I would actually argue that Lambency is worse than the Flood.
I don't know. When I was a kid, I was absolutely terrified of being turned into a flood. So,
no, but like we reveal the process of how it happens.
Oh,
later,
sure.
And that's why I say I'd argue it's worse.
All right, it's definitely an argument. I would definitely have to argue with that.
Yeah.
But I understand it at the very least.
Yeah, totally.
During their extraction, the gears are nearly overrun by Locust and Lambent. Heroically, Dom sacrifices himself in order to create an explosion that wipes out the hostile forces. Yo.
Pour one out, man.
Fuck, dude. I remember the scene like it was yesterday. He gets into the truck, he's driving away, and then he turns around. And
turns around. Oh wait, no, you say it.
Are you sure? Are you sure?
Yeah, you go for it.
Yeah, he puts his dog tags over the mirror, the rear view mirror, which has a picture of his wife on them as well. And he grabs them and he's just driving towards this giant lambent that's like weakened. It's not gonna explode yet, but like he's just he grabs onto them and he says something about he's talking to his wife. He's just like Maria, like, hey Maria, like never thought it would go out like this or something like that.
Yeah.
And he just rams the truck in.
Like, never thought it would happen like this.
Oh my god. It's such a sad line if you take Gears of War 2 into account. Oh my god.
Oh my god. It's just that scene was so heartbreaking because you know it's how he wanted to go. You know this whole time this is what he wanted. You know, if he was going to go, he wanted to go in a way that mattered. And to save everybody in Delta Squad would have been the way to do it. And also, not only that, but Marcus's reaction
Ooh, I was just about to say that. Oh my god. Yeah.
I'm like getting chills thinking about it. It was so sad. Like, I never feel for these characters in these shooter games, ever. I barely ever do. I don't know why. I think it's just because I know that this is a thing that happens to them pretty much constantly. So, I feel bad, obviously, but this was different. Mm-hmm. This was so much different. This was all of that military bullshit went away, and this was just a friend crying over his friend. Yeah, that's it.
I remember it's an explosion. Like, nobody's surviving it. No. And Marcus is determined that Dom survived the explosion, and he's almost crawling towards it. And he's
literally like ripping flaming metal pieces away. He's like, he's in there. I gotta get him out of there.
Yeah, Anya Stroud is like pulling him back. She's like, Marcus, he's gone. And it's so bad because it's like, we have to get out of here. He's gone. And you just have this real tight cut of Marcus's face, and he just says, Dom, one last time.
Oh my god. I'm getting chills, man. This is the part where tears started welling up for me, man. You know, because that was so... We've took this journey with Dom, you know? We took this whole fucking journey, and we saw the pain that he went through this whole trilogy of games, and, like, you could hear the happiness in his voice at the end. Mm-hmm. You know, he's like, we're doing this. I'm coming to see you, and I'm doing it in the way that matters.
Yikes.
Like, regardless of what happens afterwards... That's what he believes, and you can hear it in his voice, and it is so, it's almost beautiful, you know, to know that, like, in that last moment, the man was at peace.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, it's almost, like, thankfully, it happens in a way that I believe was probably very quick, and
dude.
Not a whole lot of pain involved in the process. So.
God, no. I mean, maybe a little bit at first, but then that's really it. You know, like it's just such an instantaneous process. I don't even think he felt it.
Yeah, and that's
know?
what's helpful for me to know that it was like not only very heroic, but it Dom didn't need to suffer because he had truly suffered enough. He had suffered enough.
Yeah.
Like
He had.
Demoralized because why on earth would you not be demoralized after that? Like,
Oh my god.
they are forced to continue their search for fuel in the city of Char. Very, very much too soon. The city of
Oh no! Stop! No way they did. No, the fuck they didn't.
the city of
No.
Char. Char.
That's so rude.
The city of Char after their truck runs out of fuel.
I can't believe it took me. What? This game came out in 2011.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't believe it took me 10 years to recognize that. I was just so emotionally wrapped up in it that I didn't even realize. Fuck me, dude.
The ruined city is inhabited by several stranded civilians. Stranded are like the same kind of people that Dizzy were. They were not COG soldiers, but they're more like a militia almost. Like they have weapons, they're sort of trained, and they're like trying to fight. So the city is inhabited by several stranded civilians who are led by Griffin, a character by the name of Griffin, who is voiced by none other than Ice-T.
Oh, yes, the fuck he is, man.
Totally
I
forgot
love
about
him.
that. Totally forgot that.
Yeah. It's very
That's
much Ice-T.
incredible.
I hate Griffin so much, but man, was his voice was fun.
That's awesome. I didn't know that at all.
Can you imagine approaching Ice-T with an offer to be in Gears of War? Like, listen, man, just read the summary of the game. And I could see him, like, you know that scene from Ratatouille when the chef is, like, reading the paper, and he just gets more and more frantic every time. Like, I feel like that was him, and he's like, sign me up.
Oh my god. And I have some, there is some, I was reading the wiki earlier, and there is some, I can't believe I'm about to say this word, but some Ice-T lore that is involved. In Gears of War 3. I didn't know any other way to phrase it. I'll see if I can just get it out of the way. Hold on.
The only way to phrase it.
There is a portion of the wiki that says that
Yo, did
it's
you
a
hear
whole
about the Ice-T deep
What?
lore? Are we going into the Ice-T deep lore?
Ice-T Ice-T theory video. Okay, so there's a whole section of this wiki that is, and I'm not bullshitting you, collaboration with Ice-T. Alright, here we go. Ice-T voices the character of Griffin. It was announced during E3.
Oh Remember when E3 was fun?
Yeah, oh my god, remember when it wasn't full of disappointment?
Oh, God.
During E3 2011, that Ice-T's band Body Count would be reuniting to make a song titled The Gears of War, which was featured in the Horde 2.0 trailer. What? Bro.
Oh my god.
That's...
I would have, like, I think I remember watching that, and I lost my fucking mind. I was like, yo!
A Body Count reunion.
Like, I was freaking the fuck out. 18-year-old me, like, was, like, shaking the table. Like, just like, oh, ah!
Let's go. Dude. Alright, so we got Griffin, voiced by Ice-T. Despite his dislike for COG and the Gears, Griffin reluctantly tasks Marcus to recover a supply of emulsion. After acquiring the fuel, they are attacked by the Locust Horde, led by Queen Mira. Griffin's forces sustain heavy casualties in the ensuing battle, but the Gears are ultimately able to escape and reach the shipyards, where they have to fight the Locust as they repair and fuel their submarine. Now, if I remember correctly, you have to, like, keep them away from the submarine. Like, that was
pretty much
hell of a level.
It was a hard one, for sure. But you know what was even crazier? I want to talk about the location here in this city. So, it's this giant city. It's almost like analogous to like a New York, you know, where it's like a smaller New York. So, I don't want to say Chicago again.
Yeah. Yes,
But,
please, God.
Absolutely. So, unfortunately, it's looking more like a Detroit now. But is that a joke I could say without getting in trouble? I hope not.
What do you think you're gonna get in trouble for? The size of the
Because it's-
city?
No, because it's desolate and crumbling.
Yes. With that context, yes, I would say you would get in trouble from that. Mainly from people from Detroit, I would imagine. Like,
Oh my god. But so you get into the city and it's just ash on the ground pretty
Oh, yeah.
much. There's like skeletons of buildings around because this is where they detonated the bomb.
right.
So
The light
this is
mass
like-
bomb. Yeah.
Yeah, this was where they did the light mass bomb. And the light mass bomb essentially is a nuke. You know, it's just a cooler name for it. So, but it's way more powerful and way more instantaneous. And the fucked up thing about it is you walk through and you see like these playgrounds and these residential areas with people still in them. They are frozen to stone
Yeah.
in the spot
Yeah.
where the bomb dropped.
Crazy. I mean, it's like kind of like a Pompeii almost.
That's
like,
what I was gonna say. It's a modern day Pompeii, and it's just so spooky when you're going through it. Just to know that this, like, they're literally frozen in their last moment. That's the scariest fucking thing to me ever, is to be frozen in my last moment. You know?
Why do you feel like you'd be
God.
frozen in like a dumb position or something?
No, I want to be frozen in a dumb position. I want archaeologists to come to my body in 1,000 years and try to explain what the fuck I was doing. That would be the ultimate joke I could play with my death.
I just know I would get nailed like on the toilet. I know I would get nailed on the toilet. I know I would get nailed tying my shoes or some stupid shit like
Uneasy's
that.
going out the same way as Elvis. I hear that.
That's right, baby. All day. Marcus's group finally arrives at Azura, discovering that it is a holy shit sanctuary and resort for Serra's most elite and powerful individuals because the rich actually never change.
Yeah, never. No matter what context they're in, that's it, man. That's, again, the U.S. military. This is their power fantasy. And there probably is a place like this in real life.
Oh, sure.
You know, there has to be. There is literally no way there isn't. In our dystopian hell, no.
Adam contacts the Gears and reveals that he is still being held captive atop Azura's main hotel tower. Marcus's group battles through waves of hostiles before finding his father. Adam quickly explains that he has created a device capable of eradicating all lambent and locust life forms on Serra. Adam reveals that he had actually worked with the locust and Queen Mira before to try to tune the waves so that only lambent can be affected. However, with the emulsion revealed to be a parasitic life form now infecting humans, Adam ran out of time, infuriating Queen Mira. So Mira gave him the boot, fired him real quick.
You know, the crazy thing about Mira is I don't think we talked about her in the Gears 2 the Gears 2 episode.
Yes, we
very
did.
much.
She has like that, like, you know, that, like, we don't see her until Gears 3, I don't think. I think that she's got like that over the loudspeaker, like, announcement thing, but then that's really all
we kind of talk about her, but like in this one we see her and she looks extremely human.
Yeah.
You know, which is the crazy part.
Okay. Let me see if I can get a refresh on how this bitch looks, honestly.
Yeah, totally. Like it's so weird to look at because she's atop this great moth-looking motherfucker. Like,
okay.
yeah, right. Like she has a fully human face and she just has a very human body. Like
Cowards.
crazy.
Cowards.
Yeah.
Absolute cowards.
Absolutely.
We had General Ram, we had Scourge. Who the fuck is this? Where's my female locust representation, man?
Well, I mean, she's the top. She's the tip top.
I mean, it's clear, but like, you know what I fucking hate? I can't stand when the male versions of things are like monsters and like giant, massive, horrific looking things. And the lady versions of the monsters are just picture a monster, but make it sexy. I hate that. I fucking can't stand that. I remember hearing in an interview that they didn't make female Turian in the Mass Effect games because they didn't know how to make the breasts. I'm like, shut the fuck up. Just do it.
Do it.
Just give them
Just
another
do it.
head spike or some shit, dude. It's an alien. Like, what are you doing?
Just do the Final Fantasy route. There's elephant people in there, and there's elephant male people, and there's elephant female people. You know how you can tell? The voice.
Oh, brilliant. How fucking simple is that?
That's it. Like, other than that, they're indistinguishable.
So, Marcus and his comrades defend Adam Phoenix from the Locust and the Lambent, and from an attack by Mira herself. Adam reveals that he had to infect himself with Lambent cells in order to test his machine.
Yes, he did.
Damn. That is a demanding boss, bro.
Yeah. But also a man who's willing to go the distance to make sure humanity is safe.
Yeah, I mean, Adam Phoenix had kind of been this, like, background boogeyman ever since Gears 1. Like, it's crazy that we see him for, like, these, like, 20 in-game minutes max. Like,
no, we see him for quite a bit.
You know what I mean? But like overall, like it's such a short section of the story.
Oh yeah, that is true. It is like 20 in-game minutes.
Yeah, I'm saying like it's a very short time we have with Adam Phoenix, and it's a very short time that Marcus has with his father. Like, it's just
you know what I also really love, by the way. Speaking of, you bring up a great point where he's kind of revealed to be like. He's like, I fucked up, man. I really fucked up, and I'm trying everything I can to fix everything before I'm eventually dead. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, oh my god, like what a fucking unit. But at the same time, Marcus doesn't do that stereotypical son meeting his estranged father thing where he's like, father, like that dumb stupid shit.
Oh, you know, do you not like that trope? Because I go absolutely buck wild for that trope. I love it.
Hate it because it's every time. This is so different. He's like, Dad, it's okay. Like, we're gonna get you out of there, Dad. And he just calls him Dad.
Sure.
And he's just like, it's almost like he just picked up immediately where he left off with his dad. And he's just like, look, I just want to spend time with you, man.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lose you again. I want to talk about this. I want to hear about your work, and I want you to see what I'm doing.
I think after the death of Dom, like, Marcus is just so kind of empty that he welcomes, like, any sort of, like, familiarity and love and, like...
Yeah. Oh, dude, you know what's even worse? Fucking when Adam meets like Marcus and everybody for the first time in a long, like he's talking to Anya and he's like, "Yo, wait, where's Marcus? Did he survive? Where's Marcus?" And then Marcus comes in and he's like, "Hey, Dad," and like he's like, "Marcus, thank God. Where's Dom?"
Yeah, I mean,
I'm like, "Oh my God, no!"
Yeah,
like. Are you telling me that they've been friends for that long?
Yeah, absolutely. That's exactly what that's meant to imply, and you're right.
Oh, God, I was so upset.
Yeah. This would be like if you exploded and my father, who, like, of our 10 years of friendship, you're, like, one of the only ones he has down pat. Like, like...
Yeah. Only by force, honestly, because I'm just so vehemently loud.
It's like, oh, the sound barrier breaking guy, that one. Okay, cool, gotcha.
The one who we literally always have to tell to quiet down.
Yeah, it's all good. Adam had to infect himself with Lambent cells in order to test his machine. As the machine begins to pulsate with energy, Adam bids his son a final farewell before the device kills him.
Oh, God, oh, this scene sucked so bad. Like, I shouldn't say it like that because it was a beautiful scene.
Yeah.
It was so well written, but on the emotions, it sucked.
It's pretty rough.
It was like, he was just so desperate and pleading to Marcus. He's like, when you're done, when this is all done, promise me you're going to live your lives. You're going to look ahead and you're not going to look back. No regrets like I have.
That's really powerful, man. Like,
yeah.
fuck. I mean, I remember just finding a song by chance, and I'm going to just go off the beaten path a little bit, just a sec. It's a song by a band called The Dispatch, and it's the song is called The General, and it actually literally tells a story of what I always imagined to be kind of like a Civil War general who has a, as they say in the song, a decorated general with a heart of gold. So like someone who really cares about his soldiers. And he has this dream about the enemy army that they're set to fight that morning. And he wakes up, he comes out of his tent, and he tells all of his soldiers to go home. He says, the song goes, I have seen the others, and I have discovered that this fight is not worth fighting. And he's like, so take a shower, shine your shoes, you've got no time to lose, you are young now, you must be living. So he's literally telling his soldiers to go and live, and he, at the end of the song, goes and fights by himself, because that's all he knows how to do, and that's all that his pride will allow him to do. And I always see Adam Phoenix as this kind of like, yeah, do better, be better, live the life that humans are meant to live.
Z, you know what? I keep bringing it up to you off podcast and on podcast, but maybe you shouldn't play Final Fantasy because you'll get into this too hard.
What do you mean?
You'll get into it way too hard. I see all the tropes that you love and literally every single thing you talk about. I'm like, I know, I see a point in the story he's gonna fucking go crazy about.
Yeah. Thankfully, Final Fantasy and Kingdom Hearts are like so very complicated that I'm like, I will never touch these. Like, you know, like...
this game is unfortunately so very simple. it's literally like the more I play it, I'm like, this is tailor-made for Z and Connor. This game literally is tailor-made for them.
I can't wait. Maybe I should give it a shot. I will probably be PC'd by the end of the year, thankfully.
Ooh.
So Adam Phoenix, obviously, this machine explosion really brings the roof down, quite literally. Queen Mira rises from the rubble and begins...
Of course she does. Of course she does.
She's a big bad. She's got to come back. And begins insulting Adam and what she views to be a worthless sacrifice.
Wait, this is the scene? Oh my god, this is my favorite scene in the whole fucking game.
Well, okay. I know that tone of voice. Go ahead.
Oh, yes, this is it. So, she's basically just saying, like, Adam Phoenix, you dumb motherfucker. You worthless piece of garbage. And, like, she's walking towards them, and all of them have their guns trained on her. And Marcus goes, hold your fire.
Oh.
And she goes, oh, self-righteous and moral all the way to the end, just like your stupid father. And she walks up to him to get into his face, and he just drives a fucking knife right into her chest, and he goes, you feel that? That's for Dom. And everyone else you killed.
Right.
You stupid bitch.
God bless John DiMaggio. God bless that man.
My God, I was like, get out of here. I was like, I was playing that at work today, which is like, I played this at work, and I almost threw my laptop across the fucking...
Let's go!
I was so excited.
The only thing that makes that line even cooler is the context that I'll reveal right now. Marcus fatally stabs Queen Mira with Dom's commando knife that he got back in Mercy. So it's literally Dom's knife. And Dom... I hate to be, like, over-symbolic, but it is sort of, like, obviously it's like this is for Dom, this is for everybody, but, like, Dom Santiago, in directly and indirectly, ended the conflict with the Locust. Because the explosion took out an extreme amount of their forces, and then Marcus kills the Queen of the Locust with Dom's knife.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah.
So good.
Oh my God. I can't express like the primal happiness that I have for this scene.
Yeah.
It's just so good. This is a trope that I love, where, you know, you think that the hero is going to take the high road, and then right at the fucking end, just turn it around. Oh, that makes me so fucking happy.
Chaotic neutral out of nowhere.
So good.
The literal RKO out of nowhere of morality. Like,
it's so good. It's like, oh my God. I could throw my fucking desk right now.
just saw it in half with a chainsaw.
Oh my God.
Shortly afterwards, the machine emits a blue wave of energy that sweeps across Sarah, destroying the Locust, the Lambent, and the Emulsion. The scene transitions back to Marcus, who mournfully wonders what humanity has left. He is comforted by Anya Stroud, who assures Marcus that the sacrifices of his father Adam, Dom, and their comrades have guaranteed humanity their future. End of Gears of War 3.
Man, this scene was also really cool too, because I don't think they meant it to sound like this, but it sounded like a conversation unfinished, which I thought, even the tone of voice that Anya delivers the last line of the game to sounded like there was supposed to be more to that conversation, and she just was like, no, I'm just gonna let him sit here. You know, I'm just gonna sit with him and let him sit here and just let him think about this.
Sure.
Because I hate when the hero of the game is just like, oh yeah, okay, now we start rebuilding. Now we finally have a tomorrow. You know, like, I hate that. Fucking take a minute. You know, like, take a fucking minute. But this game didn't do that. This showed a wholly human person at the end of this game, where the second they get back to, I forgot where they got back to. They got back to their headquarters,
Which would be on what's the name?
the island, right?
What's the name? I just had it. Wow, was it Vectus? Excuse me. So sorry.
Vectus. All good. So they get back to Vectus, and the no pomp and circumstance from Marcus. It's just immediate touchdown. He throws his gun down, rips off his cog tag, and throws his armor onto the beach.
Yeah, I mean, why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you?
I'm like, oh my God. And then he just goes and sits on a rock, and he just puts his head in his fucking hands. And then Anya comes up to him, and he just goes, what's left?
Yeah.
What do we have left? And I'm like, oh my God. Like, what do they have left? Like, no one ever thinks about that. And then she's the one that goes, tomorrow, Marcus. We have a tomorrow.
Sure.
For the first time in forever.
Absolutely. I mean, it is. I know we keep making the Independence Day jokes, but like, we're gonna live on. We're going to survive. Like, we are here, and they're not anymore until Gears of War 4.
Yeah. But yeah, it's fucking crazy that it ended like that. You know, it was such a beautiful but real ending. That was like it felt so much realer. As much as I am a fucking over the hill fanboy for Halo Halo doesn't even fucking come close to a story like this. It's just so dense and emotionally real.
I think that you're kind of comparing apples and oranges. Like, I feel like Halo's story is very much more indirect. I feel like you kind of have to go through it and be like given the little nuggets every now and again after, shooting off tens of thousands of rounds. But Gears didn't do that. It took the time to establish these characters. It took the time to establish their characterizations. It took the time to have dialogue between the characters and relationships between the characters. So I don't think you get a whole lot of that in Halo, but you get a different story, and different isn't always bad.
Yeah,
but I mean,
that's the thing is they only make you love like 3 characters in Halo, or 4. They only make you love Cortana, the Arbiter, Sergeant Johnson, and Chief. That's really all they make you give a shit about.
that's true. Everyone else is pretty much secondary. Yeah, that's fair.
Exactly, but this immediately in Gears 1, they made you love the fuck out of these characters. They made you love them all the way until their deaths. Like, oh my god. They just pulled you so far into this game, and there's so many memorable characters in this game where they all have such unique presences and such unique uses in the game, and it's just unlike any shooter genre I've ever seen.
Sure, 100%. I did want to mention something real quick with Clayton Carmine, because they had like a Jason Todd moment with Clayton Carmine. I want to read this real quick. Clayton Carmine, brother of Anthony and Benjamin Carmine, ABC, of the previous 2 games, appears in Gears of War 3. Clayton is more competent, witty, and muscular than his brothers in the 3rd game, with tattoos of his brothers and the reasons they died on his arms, with, quote, keep your head down on one, and, quote, practice reloading on the other. he was shown
God, it's so cool. It's so fucking cool. I love him so much.
A vote was held between July 29, 2010 and September 6, 2010 to determine whether Carmine would live or die based on the sales of Xbox Avatar t-shirts available for purchase on Xbox Live.
That's such a fucked up way to do it. Oh my god.
Yeah. Epic. And here's the thing. So I mentioned the Jason Todd moment because there's a very famous Batman comic called Death in the Family where the Joker kills Jason Todd, and who is Robin for the uneducated in the audience. And the fans voted in whether or not he would actually die or survive, and he overwhelmingly was voted to die. Epic, and so the DC did the same thing that Epic did here. Epic had developed endings reflecting either choice prior to the conclusion of the vote.
Wow, that's so cool.
So I believe he survives. I don't believe he dies. I don't believe that's a thing.
I'm gonna look it
Please
up.
let me know, because
I
I don't think he did. And so that
does Clayton Carmine die?
God, it was so long ago that I don't remember.
It does. Let's see. No, I don't want to talk about Clayton County. Does Clayton Carmine die? Let's see. He dies a hero.
Okay.
Knocking his radio into the water while searching for his beloved bacon, dying of electrocution.
Okay. All right. Anyway. Additionally, actual t-shirts were available from San Diego Comic-Con with all purchases.
Yeah.
The voting campaign raised over $150,000, which was donated to the Child's Play charity. I wanted to mention is a charitable donation that donates toys and games to children's hospitals worldwide, which I think is really, really cool, even though it ended in the death of yet another Carmine brother. And that is
I just like
3, yeah.
It's just so. It's just. Oh yeah, and I forgot there is a Carmine in Gears 4.
Yeah,
which is really funny because they do the ABCD. Speaking of Robins, the next one is Damian Carmine. So
yeah. Oh my God, how about that, Damian?
Yeah.
I can't, bro. I literally cannot. Oh my lord.
How fucking cool is that?
Fuck.
Yo, Papa Carmine got game.
That man has balls of steel.
Oh man.
If you're going in alphabetical order to name your children, you need to stop having children. If you can't think of a new name for every kid.
I can't wait to meet question mark Carmine.
Quentin Carmine.
Oh my goodness.
I still said that there should have been a Carmine sister. I still say that there should have been a female
absolutely.
Carmine. But, oh well.
I was hoping that there was going to be one in Gears 5, like an Erica Carmine. You know?
Erica
That would be fuck. Imagine, like that'd be amazing.
Yeah, absolutely, 100%. I mean, they have Anya, they have Sam. There's literally no reason there should be another male Cartman, bro. Ridiculous.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, and that's it. As you stated, yeah, we are donezo.
So good. It's such a good game, and if you haven't played it, go do it. Just go do, or go watch it. There's so many fucking playthroughs online, like no commentary, full playthroughs of this game. If you just want to have the experience of playing it without actually committing to it, that's fine. But like, you still get the tear jerking nonetheless.
Yeah, that's so cool.
And
like when I was a kid, I would have died for that because I couldn't afford every video game I wanted to play. So I was just like, well, guess I'll never know what happens in that one.
And there's $60 a fucking game. That's exactly how I'm consuming 90% of my game materials. I should just do Persona 5 like that at this point.
No, you shouldn't.
Somewhere I hear Good Guy Haas fucking screaming.
You fucking play
that. Anyway, thank you so much for tuning in. This was a lot of fun.
Yeah, good to do a video game.
Thank you for letting us... Oh yeah, thank you for like agreeing to do this topic because I'm so glad I got to relive this. Yeah. You know, like relive it with someone who's just as fucking hyped about it as me. Mm-hmm. Like, oh my goodness, what an experience!
Absolutely solid game.
2011 was a fucking great year. Like, for video games, it was an amazing fucking year.
I imagine it. I was in junior year of high school. Oh my god.
Yeah, dude.
Damn.
Modern Warfare 2 and Gears of War 3. Get the fuck out of here. Come on.
It was a simpler time. It was a better time.
Oh, yes. Indeed.
All right. Well, thank you.
Where I learned my favorite Yo Mama joke on Xbox Live, and I still remember it to this day.
Please. You can't just get a setup like that and not tell me.
Yeah. Yeah. Your mom is so fat that her waist size is the same as her phone number.
Oh my god. That's literally outrageous. That's literally outrageous.
I remember it 10 years later because it made me laugh so hard.
Phone number. People were wild on the Xbox Live voice too. People
absolutely were feral. Feral children on Xbox Live.
I still remember being told around the Christmas season in a Gears of War lobby that someone was going to cut my mother's head off and put it underneath my Christmas tree. Like,
and like we thought that was funny.
I laughed my ass off. I don't know what you mean. Like,
oh my god.
Well.
I remember I started asking people, how do you know my mom?
That's good, man. Oh, that is good stuff. Fuck.
Oh my goodness.
Well, thank you all for joining us on another Z and Colton adventure.
Of course, this was a lot of fun, guys. Thank you.
And I guess it's time for some plugs. I don't have any Gears of War art, but it's a great art style, so I'd be more than happy to do some art if you'd like to pop over and commission me. I'm a paper and pencil artist over at Z Form Arts. That's at ZEE Form Arts. I do pencil and paper, and I occasionally have moved on into some other mediums recently because I just started painting D&D miniatures. So I'm very excited to show a few of those off soon. But at any point, if you like to drop into my DMs and talk about a commission, I would like to think that my prices are relatively fair. So go check those out, and I'd love to do some Gears of War art.
Z, this might be some pertinent information for you, but I'm setting up my 3D printer this week.
Ooh,
so
baby. I've found that the 3D printed minis are require a lot more coats of paint than the vinyl minis do, because
by far
I'm on like coat number 3 of this beholder. It's really killing me. But yeah.
But we can make custom weird shit.
We can talk.
Oh man, let's go.
All right.
So
plug yourself.
Absolutely. Check out my stream tonight. Actually, it's not going to be my stream. It's going to be Nicole's stream tonight. And then obviously on Sunday, you could check out my stream. I didn't stream this past Sunday because I was just, so fucking tired. I streamed on Wednesday, which was a lot of fun. I did Final Fantasy. So it's like it's exciting. You know, I'm starting to do that more. And Z, you should come and at least watch one of these streams.
I probably should, yeah. Just to support you.
You would be salivating over this game. Like, this is D&D. Like, I just ran into Loxodon. So, like, it's just fucking crazy.
It's good stuff. It's good stuff. I can't wait.
Oh, dude, you can be a lion person.
That's all I've ever wanted. Thank you.
They come with the game. So, like, oh my god. So thank you so much for that. Watch Nicole's stream, support the stream. It'd be a lot of fun. And then on Sunday, you can check me out when I have returned. And obviously check out our other stuff that we do here on the Tryforce podcast. Share it with your friends. And yeah, that's about it.
And I think I'll do it this week.
Yes,
tune
please.
in next week when we talk about something else.
Something else. Yes. Rain, thank you. Thank you. Oh, happy birthday, Rain, by the way.
Happy birthday, Rain.
Their birthday was this week. That's why they're not here, because they're celebrating it like they goddamn should.
Sagittarius Queen. We love.
Yeah.
All right.
Absolutely. And you can hear it. Absolutely.
All right, y'all. See y'all in the next one. Good night.
Of course. Good night. Tom.